Alright, kids, gather around and I will start telling parts of the story to the Poverty Tour 2025. And as our friend Brooke always says, remember to knock on wood. So, sitting at home one day, going through YouTube videos, bored out of my mind, life not happening like I want it to, and I don't know, everybody's got their story. Watching Pole Barn Garage, if this guy can do it, I can do it. That kind of mentality. He says something like, hey, would it'd be a thing, would anybody like to go on a trip, kind of like Power Tour, but we'll go to the duct tape drags and da-da-da. Hell yeah, that sounds like fun. Way, way out of my bubble of stuff I like to do, but let's try it. Let's go for it. The day before, I'd bought a LQ9 6.0. All the cool kids were LS swapping stuff. Let's try this out. I've never done one before. So, we have the 84 crew cab sitting in the front yard. Probably since before COVID. So, 5, 6 years maybe. The big block was losing its cam. It was missing parts of the keepers on top of the lifter, on top of the valves. It's just, it needed a lot of love. So, pricing wise, started looking around. Jesus Christ, they want a lot of stuff to put any kind of anything into a big block. Okay. I find an LQ9 6.0 cranking and running on the stand. That's it. Let's go for that. So, LS swapped the crew cab. Thought I was doing what I was doing on the fuel system. Yeah, this should work. Boy, was I wrong on that one. A little foreshadowing there. Dropped the old LQ9 in, fight with the flywheel, pull it in and out a couple times, so we find out that you need a flywheel for a 4L80 HD truck. Fits right in there with a turbo 400, just as pretty as you please. You ain't going to be able to use an inspection cover no more, but who cares? Let that flywheel spin. So, got it all together, got it running, drove it around town all over the place. This thing's running good. Alright, yeah, I know what I'm doing. Hook the wires up, make it run. Get everything ready, good and cleaned out. Loaded up everything I could think of. Still forgot wrenches and a few other things, but I had enough stuff that I could rebuild this thing, or at least I thought I could. Load up a cooler, food, plenty of water, lots of water. Stop at a Walmart, buy extra fluids for everything. Got an extra filter. Got an extra fuel filter, got an extra fuel pump. A little more foreshadowing. We load up the truck. And the whole time after I get this thing running, I am just nervous as hell. Anxiety is a thing. And ADHD doesn't help it none. Well, our friend in the Discord there, Mr. Hakon. Oh, you got this. He kept telling me, you got this. I know you got it. You got fuel injection. You'll be alright. It's a Chevrolet. It's easy. And yes, this GMC truck was the easiest thing to ever engine swap anything into. Like, almost everything on this thing is GM swapped parts. Except for the Ford fuel pump that is on it now. We'll get that. That'll be in the next part or 3. So, everything loaded up, ready to go. We leave Alabama. Cruising down 72. Let's go the long way through the Muscle Shoals and Florence and all that way. We're going to go check some stuff out along the way. Big old truck did perfectly fine cruising. Man, it felt good. That old 6.0 singing along. 'Cause I left the really low gear in the rear end. So yeah, she liked to talk a little bit. But it was fun. Go through Florence and through the middle of town and nervous. Oh God, I was still nervous. But we got through all that and she's running smooth. Not running above 190, 192. Stop, get some gas and some fried chicken, and let's roll, baby. Stretch it out, go through Memphis. Memphis was fine. Get out on Arkansas, and holy crap, I have never been on the interstate that was 75 miles per hour. Let's roll. Crank her on up, letting her toke about 3,500 RPM, and let her sing. Got to the other side of Little Rock, and we were going to Joplin. That's the meetup spot, was Joplin. Got on the other side of Little Rock. Left her ticking. What in the world? What's going on here? Oh, no. No, the trip's dead, ruined. No, I gotta go home. Pull over. Message a few people, asking them what their thoughts was and all that good jazz. And while it's sitting there running, the lifter tick goes away. At this point, I'm thinking, okay, maybe my temperature gauge ain't reading right. It's gotten too hot. Da-da-da, my fans ain't working right. So I go get some schmoo and pour in the engine, you know, thicken up the oil a little bit. It is a pushrod V8 after all. Never makes no more noise. So we drive through, I think it was part of the Cascade, northern Arkansas, up into Joplin. It was a cool ride. It got dark. Oh, and when it got dark, 1984 called and said their headlights wasn't working no more, because I couldn't see anything. So there's people giggling and laughing at me in the truck stop parking lot, putting LEDs in this old truck, because I wanted to see. Found me a spot about an hour and a half from where we was meeting up. I'm going to bed. Spent the night at this hotel. Wasn't bad. Got up early the next morning. Earlier than I'm used to. Got my deposit back, left, and cruised on up to Joplin. Big truck running perfectly fine. Cruising, like I said, felt good. We get to Joplin. There's 1, 2, 3 cars there when I finally found out where everybody's at. And a bus. And a big bus. And I want to say that was the Whiskey Gas Garage guy. And then people started showing up. And more people started showing up. And even more people started showing up with all kinds of rides from all over. It was one of the coolest things I've ever seen. And that's where we got to meet John and Leaf. And John's wife, Miss Brooke. Some of the coolest people you ever meet. We met McVeigh. He's a little bummed. He had to drive his new truck instead of his old truck because the transmission burned up. But he's along for the ride. So yeah, I don't know how many people was there that day, but you can look up the video on YouTube. It's on there. Several videos on YouTube. And away we go. So, the next part of the story, I'll tell the first day and where all that foreshadowing leads to. So, till then, we set sail in the Moby Dick.